Making biscuits is really easy, and a lot of people are afraid to try to make biscuits because they don't know why they don't turn out, but I will show you how to make them, and they're so easy that anybody can do it. So I start out with 8 cups of self-rising flour, okay, and then I have some salt here, and I just kind of do everything to make it so that it's a fill, but it's probably about a tablespoon of salt for this big of a batch, okay? One of the main things to remember is I always take off my ring because you don't want to get that all covered in dough. Okay, so you take a fork and you just kind of mix that salt through the flour, and again, it's self-rising flour. If you use just plain flour, your biscuits would not raise. Okay, get that salt just kind of mixed through. Alright, the next thing that we're going to put in is either lard or vegetable shortening, and this happens to be vegetable shortening, whichever you prefer to use. Some people say lard makes it more flaky, but you don't have to use lard. Just go ahead and put all that in there. Okay, and then we just mix that through the flour. That's about 3/4 of a cup for 4 cups of flour if you're making a small batch. This is a double batch that I'm making, so I just put it in. You can put it in twice, or it's basically a 1.5 cups of lard or vegetable shortening. You just want to get that mixed in real good so that you don't see any big clumps of lard in the flour. It doesn't take very long. You just want to make it kind of fluffy. Alright, now the next step is probably the most important step, and this is why a lot of people think that they can't make biscuits, because biscuits, it's not like a yeast bread. You don't have to knead it. You don't have to mix it so much. You just want to get the milk into the dough so that it's just right. You kind of have to learn the feel of what the dough is like, because if you over knead it and you over mix it, then that's how you get tough biscuits. So you just want to mix it just enough. And I could measure this, but I don't, because I just go by feel. And this is fresh milk off our farm, thanks to Simply Natural. Just keep adding milk until it all just kind of sticks together. Just go ahead and start to use our hands a little bit. What you're looking for is dough that holds together but isn't sticky. So if you get too much milk, it's really easy to fix. You just get a little more flour and put on it to make it not sticky. If you don't get enough milk, then it just won't stick together. So it's a pretty easy process to figure out once you start making it. And that's why you don't have to measure the ingredients too much, because it's all based on feel. See, the dough's starting to stick together pretty good now, but I still need a little bit of milk underneath here. kind of want it to get soaked up there. See, it's kind of sticky here, so underneath there's always some loose. You can always pull up and just kind of pack it in there. You don't want to knead it, you just want it to stick together. Just like that. Yep, there's a little bit more there. We'll just add a little more milk. Soaked up. This recipe, I learned to make these biscuits from a lady who used to go to a ladies group with my grandmother. Linda Strand is actually the one who taught me how to make these biscuits, and I've been making them ever since. And she's a good teacher. See, there's still a little bit of flour. Just want it to all stick together. Okay, I think that's pretty good. There. Okay, so I have a cookie sheet ready over here that I've already sprayed down with vegetable oil. I'll just kind of take this and I just kind of put it out a little bit, and then we have a cutter. Oftentimes I will just use an old can from like canned vegetables. You don't have to have anything special, just something to cut the biscuits how you like them. Some people even just do like a hand drop. I'll just keep adding this. And they don't have to be perfect. Nobody wants a perfect biscuit. They just want a biscuit that tastes good. So if they kind of crumble a little bit, that's good, because a flaky biscuit is a good biscuit. These biscuits will raise a little bit more whenever they're in the oven because it's self-rising flour, which means it has baking powder in it. This filled up here. I have a little biscuit here that will just form up at there. Alright, now I have the oven turned on to 400. It's already preheated. And we'll just stick these in for about, I start watching them closely at about 15 minutes, but it usually takes about 20 minutes to 25 minutes to get them done. So let's go ahead and just pop them in the oven. Alright. Wait and see what happens, about 15 minutes or so. Alright, so let's have a peek and see if they're done. Oh, they look nice and golden brown. Let me see if I can just get in there. Oh yeah, look at that.